Have you ever stopped to think that maybe everything you believe about losing fat might be wrong? What if I told you that there are specific exercises, backed by science, that are more effective at burning fat than what most people are doing? No, we're not talking about fad diets or miracle promises that sound too good to be true. We're talking about real results, based on solid research. If you're tired of sweating it out in the gym without seeing the results you want, this video is for you. We're going to dive into the exercises that truly make a difference, those that not only burn fat but can also be smartly integrated into your routine. You'll discover why some of your most deeply held beliefs about weight loss might be holding you back. More importantly, you'll learn how to turn things around, starting right now. Stick with me until the end, because what you'll discover here could be exactly what you need to finally achieve your fat loss goals efficiently and sustainably. Are you ready to change the way you think and start seeing real results? What's up, everyone? Tiago here. Let's get straight to the point today. If you're looking for the best exercises to burn fat, you need to understand that high-intensity exercises aren't for everyone. Sprints, burpees, and mountain climbers are brutal, but they're incredibly effective. When it comes to calorie burn, sprints take the crown, torching up to 15 calories per minute. It's a shock to the system, and I'll be honest, it's going to leave you exhausted. But if you want fast, intense results, this is the path you should be on. Now, before you get all pumped and start sprinting like you're being chased, let's be real, these exercises can wipe you out if not done in moderation. One thing is burning calories, another is being able to sustain this crazy pace for more than a few weeks. Many people start off strong, but by the second month, they're already calling it quits. If you don't have a solid fitness foundation, maybe it's time to reevaluate your expectations. But hey, if you love a good challenge and aren't afraid to break a sweat, these exercises might be exactly what you need to break free from inertia. So, here's the tip: if you're on this journey to burn fat, don't underestimate the importance of finding balance. Because, in the end, what's the point of starting strong and quitting halfway? The key is consistency, and maybe, just maybe, something with less impact might be more effective in the long run. Alright, folks, let's talk about cardio machines, like the infamous assault bike. We need to keep in mind that the calories burned that show up on the screen aren't exactly the gospel truth. It's easy to be fooled into thinking that just because the machine says you burned 500 calories, that number is spot on. The reality, based on research, is that these machines only offer an estimate, and often, they overestimate. Why? Because they can't accurately measure how much oxygen you're using or how much CO2 you're releasing. So, let's be realistic, the numbers on the screen might be more motivating than real. But let's not be completely pessimistic. Cardio machines still have their value, especially when the goal is to maintain a steady pace and monitor your effort. If you know that the numbers aren't exact, you can use them as a guide to track your progress over time. And of course, these machines are convenient, especially for those who prefer to work out indoors or don't have time to hit the streets. But remember, the most important thing is not to be blindly tied to the numbers on the screen. Now, for those who really want to know exactly how much they're burning, nothing beats scientific measurement methods, like using a mask that evaluates gas exchange. Of course, it's not something you'll find at the local gym, but it's a good tip for those who seek precision. In the end, what matters is that you're moving and burning fat. And maybe, lower intensity exercises, like incline walking, could be an interesting alternative. Alright, let's talk about low intensity exercises. Incline walking, longboarding, and even a casual basketball game are great examples of activities that, while they burn fewer calories per minute, are much more sustainable in the long run. For those of you thinking about something that can fit into your routine without completely draining you, this might be the key. Incline walking, for example, burns about 6 calories per minute. It doesn't seem like much compared to high-intensity exercises, but the secret is in the consistency. Let's think together. If you do an hour of incline walking daily, you'll be burning a significant amount of calories without feeling totally exhausted. This is ideal for those looking for a more active lifestyle without sacrificing all their energy. Plus, these activities are much easier to incorporate into your daily life. You know that time you spend scrolling through social media? It could easily be replaced with an incline walk while watching your favorite YouTube videos. Small changes like this can make a big difference. And hey, don't underestimate the power of having fun while burning fat. Playing basketball with friends, for example, is a fantastic way to stay fit without feeling like you're working out. Fun can be a crucial factor in your long-term consistency. Remember, it's not just about how much you burn in a minute, but how much you can sustain in the long run. And maybe, adding a strength session to your workout could bring the perfect balance. Now, let's talk about good old strength training. Lifting weights isn't just about getting strong, it's also about preserving that precious muscle mass while you lose fat. Let's be honest, if you're looking for the fastest fat burn, strength training alone might not be the most efficient route. Compared to high-intensity exercises, the calorie burn during weightlifting is lower. But don't be fooled by the numbers. Maintaining and building muscle is essential for anyone looking for true body transformation. And here's a reality check. While you might not see the calories melting away at the same rate as with sprints, strength training gives you something no other exercise can in the same way: muscles. And more muscles mean a faster metabolism, which means burning more calories even at rest. Think of it as a long-term investment. Not only will you be shaping your body, but you'll also be ensuring it continues burning fat even while you rest. For those still doubting, let's use a practical example. Imagine someone who only does cardio versus someone who combines cardio with strength training. The first person might lose weight faster, but the second builds a solid foundation, ensuring they don't lose muscle mass in the process. In the end, it's all about balance and strategy. And speaking of strategies, there are other ways to stay active that can be surprisingly fun. Alright, let's get into a point that's often underestimated: having fun while exercising. It's no use choosing the best fat-burning exercises if you hate every second of the workout. Finding an activity you genuinely enjoy could be the key to maintaining consistency. In Kevin's case, from the video, he discovered that basketball and boxing were his passions. And you know what's interesting? These activities not only kept him motivated but also burned a significant amount of calories. Boxing, in particular, stood out as one of the most efficient exercises, combining high-calorie burn with fun. Let's be clear here, when you're having fun, the effort feels less, and you end up putting in more. Imagine spending an hour running on the treadmill versus an hour playing basketball with friends. The first option might feel like a chore, while the second is pure entertainment. And that's the point: if fun is involved, you'll want to do it repeatedly, turning exercise into a habit, not an obligation. This is one of the secrets not just to losing weight but to keeping it off. So, when choosing a physical activity, think about what brings you joy. It could be boxing, dancing, swimming, or even something more alternative like rock climbing. The important thing is that you enjoy what you do, because that way, the journey to fat loss becomes less arduous and much more enjoyable. And speaking of effectiveness, this is where science gives us an even clearer view of what works and why. So, let's dive into the science behind fat-burning exercises. Dr. Eric Helms brought up a point that might surprise many of you. As impressive as high-intensity workouts are, they're not necessarily superior to simply increasing your daily physical activity. That's right. Sometimes, walking more, taking the stairs, or even taking small breaks to move around during the day can have a bigger impact than a hardcore half-hour workout. And the best part? This is something anyone can do, without needing a gym full of expensive equipment. Let's put this in practical terms. If you think you're only going to burn fat at the gym, you're missing a huge opportunity. Start incorporating more movement into your daily life. Get up from your chair every 30 minutes, take short walks between tasks, or simply avoid the elevator. These small changes can add up significantly over time. And it's important to remember that the consistency of these small habits can outweigh the impact of a sporadic, intense workout. The message here is clear: don't underestimate the power of small daily actions. You don't need high-tech masks to measure the gases you're exhaling. What you really need is more movement in your daily life. Sometimes, what seems simple and obvious is exactly what will take you the furthest. And speaking of going far, there's one activity that deserves special mention when it comes to maximizing calorie burn. To wrap it up, let's talk about the exercise that stood out as the top calorie burner: boxing. If you're looking for the best exercise to burn fat, one that's also fun and challenging, boxing is an unbeatable choice. Based on research, boxing not only burns an impressive number of calories, but it also demands physical effort that works almost every muscle in the body. And there's more. Unlike many other activities, boxing also helps improve coordination, agility, and even mental health, as it's an excellent way to release stress. Now, imagine this scene: you're sweating, fists in action, each punch releasing the tension accumulated from the day. That's boxing. It's intense, it's complete, and best of all, it's incredibly satisfying. It's no wonder that many athletes and celebrities choose boxing as part of their training routines. And here's the secret: the more you dedicate yourself, the more your body responds, burning calories not just during the workout, but also in the hours that follow, thanks to the afterburn effect. So, if you want quick and lasting results, maybe it's time to put on the gloves and try boxing. It's not just about fat loss, it's about feeling strong, confident, and in control. And speaking of control, you now have all the knowledge you need to choose the best ways to stay in shape. The ball's in your court. Will you take the first step? Now you know the most effective exercises for burning fat. The question is, are you going to keep doing the same routine, hoping for different results, or are you going to take action right now? It's easy to get comfortable, but the truth is that only you can change your reality. If you're tired of restrictive diets and methods that cause more suffering than results, know that there's a more balanced way. In my ebook Burn Boost, you'll find practical tips to lose weight without giving up what you love, based on a flexible diet. It's time to break free from the chains and start the transformation you deserve. Think about it, what do you have to lose? The answer is simple: fat, bad habits, and the frustration of not achieving your goals. So, why not start today? You have all the tools in your hands. Comment below on which exercise you're going to start implementing in your routine and how you plan to use it to transform your body. And don't forget, today's action is tomorrow's result. If you want to keep learning and transforming your health, don't miss the next video, What 7 Days of Creatine Loading Did to Me. Watch it now and see what happened to me during this experience. See you there.